JJK spoilers ahead.
Just thought I'd let you guys know because I'm a nice guy and not a Discord moderator fat that has no social life, no hoes, nothing. You suck. If you can't tell, I was spoiled.
JB, what happened on September 20th?
I can't.
JB, come on. I need you to tell me. What happened on September 20th?
No, I can't.
JB, what happened on September...
I can't, man. Gojo. No. Gojo. Fine. I'll tell you. So you see,
September 20, 2023 is a sad day for all Jujutsu Kaisen fans. I don't care what you say. Some might be confused by what I'm talking about. If you guys didn't know, in the latest chapter, Gojo is dead. And you're about to be like, JB, Gojo's not dead. He's literally the strongest sorcerer. That man's dead! In the latest chapter, Sukuna did kill Gojo. So for this video, I kind of want to go over Gojo's death and break it down and see what JJK's future holds. And also come to the conclusion if this was good writing or bad writing. So to start off the chapter, we instantly go to Gojo talking to Geto. Now the dialogue between these two are very important, so pay attention. So Geto brings up the King of Curses to Gojo, aka being Sukuna. Gojo then starts talking about Sukuna's power, stating that he is very strong and that he did not go all out. I don't want to hear it, Gojo fans. And Sukuna fans, don't think you're safe yet. I'm coming for you later on in the video. So right after Gojo states that Sukuna wasn't going all out, he then says he was doubting if he could even beat him. And to remind you guys, they're in their school uniform. So most people when reading this thought this was a flashback, okay? Which, now you know, it's not a flashback. Gojo then says he gave it his all and he trained to beat Sukuna. Gojo said it was fun, you know, fighting someone just as equal power, stronger, right? But he's disappointed. Now the reason Gojo's disappointed is because he couldn't make Sukuna go all out on him. Pause. He still had power stored in that he could have used. He just didn't go all out, and Gojo was very disappointed by that. We then get to this part, but I like to bring this up later on into the video because it plays a part in if it was good writing or bad writing. So after all this, we then get back to the fight with Sukuna and Gojo. And then we get back to Gojo dying. Like, we quite literally went to Gojo talking, you know, with his buzz, with his principal, all that good stuff, to him split in half. I mean, worse than Goku and Toji. I'm not gonna lie, Sukuna says something pretty cold. So, you know, Gojo's infinity, you know, like if you get close to it, like you're going in for a punch, you just slow down because of his infinity. Bro, Sukuna says word for word, infinity doesn't really matter when it can slash off the world. Bro, you can't lie, that was like, that's a cold line, bro. And then it ends with Hajime going to fight Sukuna, but that's all irrelevant. Let's break it down now. Like, not dancing, like, let's break it down like how math teachers do. Let's get to the main part. Gojo's dead. He got off screen. So does this mean JJK's gonna fall off? Think about it. Gojo is the fan favorite. Not even for the show, for just characters overall. Let's be honest, Gojo carries a lot of the show / the manga. So is his death gonna stop people from reading or watching the show? No. Unless you really like writing on it. JJK has set it up where we have all these other amazing characters that people just don't see because Gojo existed. Now that he's dead, people are gonna realize that there's no Gojo, but you got Itadori, you got Yuta, you have all these other amazing characters. Now don't get me wrong, it sounds like I'm saying the characters is what makes the show good. No, trust me, there's so many other things that makes JJK an amazing show. So to answer the question, is JJK falling off? No. And I'm pretty sure that was very obvious. Now to get to the second question, that is probably the most controversial one yet. Is this good writing or bad writing? Now, this is very important. You guys need to keep this in the back of your mind. GG himself said that he accidentally forgot to write an entire chapter between this one and the last one. So we don't have all the context to this chapter really yet. So you can't fairly judge it. But by going off this chapter and the last one, there are some very important parts that I need to go through. First being, Gojo died off screen very, very easily. But if we look into the other chapters, Gojo was very much beating the living crap out of Sukuna. It wasn't even a fair fight. So to see Gojo's upper body on the floor, also stating that he never knew if he could even beat Sukuna, is very odd in my opinion. If this were to be the case, the author could have made Gojo struggle a bit. Like he's winning in the first bit, then Sukuna starts winning, then Gojo starts winning, then I don't know, just back and forth, or just a struggle between the two. But to see Gojo winning just the entire time to just getting off screen is very rushed in my opinion. Another thing I see is people complaining about the first half with the dialogue between Gojo and Geto, saying it's a waste of time, it doesn't make sense, it's stupid. But I think that is like an amazing actual part of that chapter. Like people think it's a flashback to wait, oh no, what's Gojo talking about, and then cutting to that. I kind of like it. I mean, the off-screen thing, you know, Gojo definitely deserved more. As a character, I mean, he was just the fan favorite, like I said. But just going from that to that was kind of good. Now, to come to the conclusion if this was good writing or bad writing, in my opinion, I think this was lazy writing, kind of in the middle. It had good key points to this chapter, but it just also didn't make sense at the same time. Now, don't forget, like I said, there's supposed to be a whole nother chapter in between this one and the last one. So maybe there's more context behind that, but it still doesn't matter because Gojo still got off screen no matter what. Sukuna fans, I told you're not going to be left out. I seen a bunch of you guys on TikTok saying this was amazing writing solely because Sukuna won. That is writing at its finest. And Gojo fans, sorry to say, but he's not coming back. You guys just translated it wrong. This is what it says, and this just proves that he's truly not coming back. So this was my opinion on the latest chapter 223. Make sure you guys subscribe, check out the other videos, and never bring up September 20th to a JJK fan. Never.